Inaki Williams, Kudus Mohammed, and Partey were all in action this evening in the Champions League. We're going to look at their performance and look at some results in the Champions League that got a lot of people talking. Inaki, first and foremost, set a record after making an appearance for Athletic Club. They are playing in the Champions League for the first time since 2015. We'll look at what that record is. Kudus Mohammed and his Tottenham Hotspur side continue their good form. Unfortunate for Villarreal, they suffered another defeat after the weekend defeat versus Atletico Madrid. We'll look at everything, but as usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. In the early kickoff for Arsenal and Athletic Club, Ghanaian Inaki Williams made an appearance. He became one of the first non-Spanish players to play for Athletic Club in the Champions League. The last time Athletic Club played in the Champions League was in 2015. That was, I think, 10 years ago. And it was an interesting statistic to look at there, because now that he has switched nationalities to play for Ghana, he has become a non-Spanish. Despite being born all his life in Spain, Inaki Williams has made history as one of the first non-Spanish players to play in the Champions League for Athletic Club. Unfortunately for them, making an appearance for the first time in it since 2015, which was 10 years ago, meant that they would be a bit rusty. The Gunners killed them off late on in the 72nd and 87th minute. Goals from Gabriel Martinelli and Leosandro Trossard meant that they went without any points. In the end, Arsenal were champions. Arsenal were winners, got all 3 points, and the Gunners motor on. This season has been so far so good. They've only suffered one defeat at the hands of Liverpool, which was just a day before the international break. And it is what it is. They are trying to find their feet and make sure that they do not repeat the mistakes of last season. We all know how it went last season. Flattered to deceive. Went all the way to the semi-final, only for PSG to finish them off. Unfortunate for the Gunners last season. This season, they're looking to make amends. In the subsequent Champions League games, 2 penalties awarded to Real Madrid. The second one quite controversial. After the player had gone down, his hand hit the ball. It's clear that probably the referee was a bit harsh in that decision making. However, Real Madrid were able to win 2-1 in the end versus Marseille, despite being a man down. In the other fixtures, it's thought 2 Ghanaians pitted against each other. Kudus Mohammed versus Thomas Partey was the headline of this whole game. Unfortunately, one of them did not start. Partey came off the bench in the 62nd minute, thereabouts. Unfortunately, his side had already gone down to quite an amateurish goal. The cross into the box, and instead of the keeper catching it, he caught it and almost literally put it into his post. Thomas Partey came on later on, but Kudus Mohammed, who had been on from the start, had his moments. Not the best of games for Kudus, who's yet to score for Tottenham Hotspur. But there were signs and flashes of his brilliance. The Tottenham Hotspur team are getting the result, but it almost feels like there's something missing. Whatever it is, hopefully they find it before they are found wanting. They currently sit third in the English Premier League table. They have 3 points, a great way to start, a great way to welcome themselves back into the Champions League. Tottenham Hotspur, Kudus Mohammed, all 3 points in the bag for them. Thomas Partey and his Villarreal side will have to go back to the drawing board, and hopefully they get things right over the weekend. The Champions League returns tomorrow. We'll see some top clashes happening as Chelsea take on Bayern Munich, which will be the headline fixture for tomorrow night. It continues into Thursday night as well, and then returns in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be an interesting season. Champions League is going to serve up some tantalizing fixtures right from the off, and we'll be here to bring you all the amazing updates. Ghanaians were on display. One more Ghanaian to look at in Wednesday's fixtures. We'll be bringing you all the updates here on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything in the Champions League, in the Ghanaian players' performances. Inaki Williams, especially, he was remonstrating and quite disappointed by the referee decisions, especially for the Arsenal's second goal. He felt there was a foul before that goal found the back of the net, but it was much ado about nothing in the end. As we all know, VAR is on standby. Unfortunate for Iñaki, fortunate for Athletic Club, but the Gunners were much more clinical in the end. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.